Seltzer Kings
podcasts.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
Routine, adjective, used to describe an individual whose spirit is unyielding, unconstrained, one who navigates life on their own terms, effortlessly. They do not always show up on time, but when they arrive, you notice. An individual confident in their contradictions. They know the rules, but behave as if they do not exist. Routine, the new fragrance by Miu Miu, defined by you.
Keith, I got a call from Sheriff Lamb right before lunch. The Aaron Echoll's Lilly Kane sex tapes have been stolen from the evidence room.
All of them? Originals and copies?
From separate safes, no less.
Is there a sign of break-in, or...?
No, this pretty much has to be an inside deal. Only an employee would have that kind of access.
This is going to put a huge dent in the prosecution's case. It's not the kind of thing that's going to stay secret long.
No, it isn't. And when it does come out, Neptune is officially Bozoville, a national laughingstock. I need you to get those tapes back.
Woody, I'm just a PI. I don't have a staff or access.
I'm not talking about a private investigation, Keith. I'm talking about an official, independent inquest on behalf of the city.
I'm flattered, but am I really the guy you want, given my history with the department?
You're the right guy precisely because of your history with the department.
Well, hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just two boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review, our reactions. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
And today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 10, titled One Angry Veronica. Directed by John Kretschmer, written by Russell Smith, the original air date December 7, 2005, to an audience of 3.42 million people. I don't know why I did like a pseudo Joker voice for this.
Yeah, I don't know
what
you
just gotta.
You're just throwing out new stuff every at the beginning of every episode.
Yes, we gotta keep it interesting. They're gonna be like, oh, did they hire a Joker impersonator to replace Joe? Oh, last week it was a British guy, right?
No, that was 2 weeks ago and then you did the pirate thing afterwards. So you're not even going on theme for the.
Nope.
Like it would have been real easy going theme for this one, and you're just not doing that.
No,
it's
don't care.
No rhyme or reason.
Welcome to Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're having fun here. Join our Discord. Link is in the show notes. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy, where we are wrapping up the Buffy comics, motion comics stuff with the Time of Your Life arc. Also on Thursday, our review of K-pop Demon Hunters is coming out. And I have to say, ever since watching that fucking movie, man, that soundtrack has been on repeat in my head, on my speakers. Free! Dude, bangers. We can't fix it if we never feel it.
I just can't imagine a sing-along being done well. With the buzz. That's why I just can't picture the sing-along going well, because the songs are great, but just a bunch of people singing along to it.
I'm thinking about doing a burlesque act to Your Idol. I'm inspired. So here's a little sneak preview for the Patreon podcast on K-pop Demon Hunters.
If you want to keep yourself off the pole, don't watch K-pop Demon Hunters, everyone.
So yeah, we got that coming out. We're figuring out what we're doing after the Buffy comics too. I think we came to a decision.
Yeah.
Right before hitting record.
Yeah. Because we're professionals.
Yes, we've put a lot of thought into this. We actually have. It's been a weeks, if not months long debate. But I think we've come to an accord. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting. We'll be doing that. Amazon wish list. If you want to shout out Apple Podcast 5-star rating and review, we haven't got one of those since July. So what the heffalumps and woozles is going on, listeners? We need to give you shout outs. Apple Podcast 5-star rating and review. Spotify 5-star rating. Take a screenshot of it. Send it in to us. And or if you got anything off of that Amazon wish list that we've got going on.
Joe, do you think we should announce what we're going to do after Buffy?
Do you think we should? Should we get the people riled up in their pants right now?
Yeah, because I'm thinking
there's probably people going to work right now, and I'm worried about how riled up their pants will be.
It's funny that you think our listeners go to work. Yeah, maybe we should, because otherwise it's just going to drop next week.
Yeah, it could be a crazy surprise, like when Beyonce just silently drops an album and then you figure out what we got going on.
You know what? In the spirit of K-pop Demon Hunters, we'll just drop it.
We'll just drop it.
Drop it.
We'll just drop it. You're just going to have to find out.
Next week, you'll find out. Yeah.
You'll find out what our golden is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bunda be golden. Dude. Don't know how that person hit those notes. That's fucking insane. Anyway, K-pop Demon Hunters, and then mystery show after Buffy. We're not going to be doing a recap episode of the Buffy comics. We're going to wrap everything up this week, and next time that we're on the Patreon airwaves, it's going to be a different. I'll give you a hint. Show. It's a show.
Nice. Yeah.
People bandied about the show. Mm-hmm. People talked about it. Mm-hmm. So I think some people will be very happy.
Yeah. Can't make everybody happy, but we'll make some people happy.
We found that out.
Yeah.
Just by watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we found that out.
Yep.
Good Lord. Anyway, I've got the frozen bombsicle C4. I am so thirsty. I've been waiting to just fucking chug this thing. I'm so thirsty, dude. I don't know if I've had this one yet.
Is that this one? Yeah. Is that a thirst quenching energy drink?
I don't know. I might pause the middle of this podcast and go grab another one and just be buzzed out of my mind.
Oh my God. That's crazy talk. I got the sparkling watermelon blast. Classic.
Ooh, frozen bombsicle's good. Not my favorite, but it does taste kind of blueberry-ish. It doesn't taste like a bomb pop.
It tastes blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What flavor is it? It's blue.
Yep.
Yeah, it checks out. Sport and fitness and podcasting performance. What were our predictions for one angry Veronica?
I said that we get a new clue piece of the puzzle about the bus crash, and we don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say they really put that on the back burner.
Yeah, you were when I said that last episode. You were like, "Oh, I think that might be right," and you went with Veronica confronts Duncan about Meg, finds out about Kendall, dumps Duncan, Duncan becomes Dumpkin, and Veronica hooks up with Logan. So you really fell off a cliff.
I really did. I started out real hot, and then I was like, oh no.
You went for it.
Yeah, I did.
But how could we ever know that one angry Veronica was going to be a 12 Angry Men reference? Did not.
We got to start thinking outside of the box with these things. We got
no way we would have got last week's My Mother the Fiend. No way. No way we're getting
Ahoy mateys. I mean,
no, Ahoy mateys.
People are always talking about boat parties. We saw Logan on a boat. I was like, all right, this is going to be a boat.
There was another
pirate
boat party
radio.
Talk. Yeah.
God. But one angry Veronica. All right.
Can I just want to say this too about these episodes. I think Veronica Mars is a horror show.
Oh my God, yeah.
I am terrified every time the main plot line ends because I know they're about to do something at the ending of it. And the ending of these episodes are frightening. I am on the edge of my seat. Like, she's like, all right, we wrapped up the main story. And I'm like, oh no, they still got 5 minutes.
A knock at the door.
There's still like 5 minutes. I'm like, no, don't do it. The knock at the door was the scariest moment of the episode for real.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was terrified.
I think there were 2 knocks at the door moments in this episode.
It's scary. I'm on the edge of my seat, tense at the end of these episodes. It's yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. So we get a recap of a bunch of shit. I did not write down what we recapped. But last episode ended with, Meg being visibly pregnant. So this episode opens up. It's Christmas time in the city of Neptune. Christmas episode. And Veronica's at the lunch table and she is pissed. And Duncan shows up all honky-dory, doesn't realize.
I don't understand why he's so happy now, too. Because he's been down in the dumps the last 2 episodes, but now he's coming over all chipper.
Dude.
I know they did that so that he could get brought down, but it makes no sense that he would be that high up. I
mean, there's problems with Duncan. There's problems with Duncan. He shows up and he's all happy. He sits with Veronica and Veronica's like, hey there, boyfriend of mine. I was at the hospital the other day and I saw Meg. And Duncan's like, oh, shit. And she's like, yeah, Meg is pregnant. And Duncan's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You know how I know? Because I got a letter. I got a letter that Meg wrote to her aunt or something that she wanted to have a baby, to move out of her parents' place and move to her aunt's in Seattle and raise the baby away from the parents.
What year is this?
Yeah.
What year is it that she's pen paling with her aunt and not just making a phone call? Why is this not? And also, the aunt would be related to either her mom or dad.
Yeah.
So that aunt can't help with all the abuse that's happening?
No. Okay. Can't help with the kid in the wall.
Yeah.
Can't help with the abuse that Meg is sustaining, that her sister is sustaining.
And Meg wants to leave to raise the baby, but not take her sister with her?
No, that kid can stay in the wall.
Okay.
She's already done.
Yeah. This show, man, is so much. You can't throw one thing in and then just,
I don't know. I just know that Veronica's upset and Duncan's like, this has nothing to do with us. It's like, what, bro?
Honestly, at this high school level, I was almost like, yeah, Veronica, it's not like it's a problem. It's a thing. I get it, but it's like, he has a girl pregnant that's in a coma. Like,
yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
And it happened before they were together.
Mm-hmm.
I get she feels that way, but it's a lot that he's dealing with.
I mean, Duncan's got to learn to fucking pull out, bro. What are you doing?
Veronica's pregnant now too, probably.
Oh, shit, probably. That would make sense. Yeah. Dude, if Veronica
has to raise,
dude,
if they can't introduce a baby to the show.
No, dude,
they can't.
That's what I was like, if
they can't, they can't.
But Duncan's trying to convince Veronica, like, it's all good in the hood, girl. Like, she's pregnant, sure, but whatever.
Yeah,
that ain't got nothing to do with you and me, babe. Dick Casablancas shows up though with some information. He's got a party. he's going on a party boat for Christmas. And Duncan's like, I'm not going to be able to make it. And then Dick is like, well, if your fucking lame-ass girlfriend is the reason you can't make it, wink, wink, I heard that an old flame of yours might be there. And Duncan's like, what are you talking about? And Dick goes, didn't you hear? Meg woke up from her coma, and I bet she's roaring to party. She can't wait to get on my boat and party.
How does Dick know that she woke up, but Veronica and Duncan don't?
Yeah. How does Dick? Yeah.
And this is his only scene in the episode.
Mm-hmm. Reminding everyone, he's in the intro credits now, along with Tessa Thompson, who we haven't seen in like 5 episodes.
Someone commented that the budget was low this season, which is so strange. And that's why that might be why some of the cast isn't here. But that seems, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
That seems like a weird way to be like, hey, Wallace, we got to save some money. Go away.
Yeah.
Hey, Tessa Thompson, who's a no-name actress at this point, probably not commanding that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last credited person. We got to save that money for Enrico Corleone or whatever his name is.
Colante or whatever.
Yeah.
I know it. I know who Keith is.
Yeah. Elliot from Just Shoot Me. So Dick walks away after dropping the bomb that Meg woke up, and Duncan's like, I gotta go see her. And Veronica's like, all right, I've got a visitor pass. I'll make you a fake one. You can go see her. And Duncan's like, that's really cool of you, Veronica. And she's like, I know. So Keith is in Woody Goodman's office.
Mm-hmm.
And Woody Goodman tells Keith that the sheriff called him, that the Lilly Kane and Aaron Echoll sex tapes were stolen from the evidence room. And Keith is like, all of them? And Woody's like, all of them. The copies, the extra copies that I personally made, the MP4s, the MV4s, all of them.
The ones that the lawyer should have that are operating the case, that are prosecuting it.
Nah, they were in a safe. The safe ones got stolen. The other ones got stolen. He thinks it's an inside job. And Keith's like, well, I mean, why would the cops do that? This is like very pertinent evidence for the case. And Woody's like, I don't know, but Keith, I need you to get them back for me. I need you to get those sex tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Keith is like, yeah, okay. I'll look into it. This is very sensitive information. And Woody's like, I know, but I need you. You're the man for the job. He's like, really? Am I? The sheriff department? My history with them? He's like, that's exactly why. It's just crazy enough that it just might work.
Yeah.
So Keith's on the case. So we go to the hospital then. Meg is there. She's snoozing. She wakes up to Duncan's chin in her face. Dude, I get that they're showing the perspective of Meg, but Duncan's chin in this scene looks enormous.
That's not what I noticed in this scene. What I noticed, that Veronica's in that room too.
Yes.
This is an ambush. Weird. This is not a visit. This is an ambush. You wake up from a coma and you got your ex.
Well, dude, it's
standing over top
an ambush. You. The first thing when Meg opens her eyes and sees Duncan goes, "What are we gonna do, Meg?"
Yeah,
like, bro, I just woke up from a coma.
I'm lucky to be alive. I'm in a bus crash.
Dude.
Oh my God. What are we going to do?
The first words out of this joker's mouth. What are we going to do, Meg?
I was like, whoa, guys.
And dude, yeah, I thought it was just Duncan there.
Yeah.
And then Veronica's like hiding in a corner.
Just standing in a corner. I'm like, get out of here. You don't need to.
Yeah.
But she has to be there so that we can get the, hey, stay back. We got the main character stuff.
God. But Meg explains like, hey, my mom and dad want me to have the baby and then put it up for adoption. And it would go to this like super hyper religious indoctrination adoption things. And she doesn't want that for my baby. I want to raise it. I just want to have it. Go up to Seattle with my aunt and raise this bad boy.
How did Meg and her younger sister, not the one in the wall, how did they turn out so normal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what? Maybe your parents are onto something.
They were like, we failed on the first two, but the wall girl, this is the one. This is the one. Third time's the
I love that that's a storyline that's just still lingering out there. The girl's still in the wall.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Sheriff Lamb isn't even outside of their house anymore. He's pumping iron.
Oh, jeez, that scene. Yeah.
But yeah, Meg doesn't want the parents to get control of the baby, and Duncan's like, well, we gotta figure this out. The parents want Duncan gone. And Duncan, I love when Duncan's like, don't I get a say in this? Bro.
Yeah, I was like, don't you get a say? And he's like, the parents want nothing to do with you. And I was like, that doesn't matter because now you're the parent.
Yeah.
like I don't think the older, because they're 18 too. They're not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has say. The parents can't put it up for adoption.
Yeah, he's got
and
that.
He's also
Neptune Grand money too.
He's also a billionaire's son.
Yeah,
I think they can handle this.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry. It's Duncan Kane shout. Everybody else just wants to be a Kane. This one really will be.
Yeah. Then we'll have another adoption storyline like last week.
Yeah, this kid can grow up to be 18 and then be like, wait, what? Who am I?
So then a nurse comes in. She's like, you can't be in here. And then they're like, all right, well, we'll leave.
I felt bad for this actress. That line delivery was so bad. Wait, you can't be in here?
So Duncan and Veronica are leaving, and Meg is like, Veronica, can you stay back for a minute? And I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
I thought that was going a different way.
I did too.
I thought she was going to say the baby isn't Duncan's.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what happens. So Duncan and the nurse leave.
It would be awesome. She's like, the baby isn't Duncan's. It's a miracle baby.
It's yours. It's Aaron Echols.
Lilly said it was good. I just wanted to try it out. I don't
know. Yeah. So the nurse is now all of a sudden cool with letting Veronica stay for a little bit, and Nurse and Duncan leave. Veronica goes over to Meg, and Meg's like, "Hey, I just want to say sorry for being a bitch to you." And Veronica's like, "Shh, no big deal."
Yeah, you didn't hear what I was saying in Duncan's streams and just earlier today. We good.
And then Meg makes Veronica promise that if anything happens to her, that she would make sure that her parents wouldn't get the baby. Don't let my parents take my baby.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything happens to me, anything at all, don't let my parents take the baby away from me. And Veronica's like, sure, why is this cryptic message? What is up with this cryptic
This is
message?
a legally binding, quiet handshake deal that I'm making with you in the privacy of this room. And I'm putting a lot on you to stop adults from taking my baby, even though you have no relation to me, family-wise, nothing.
It's not your baby.
Yeah. You have zero say in what happens to this baby.
Yeah. Okay. Now she does, though.
No, she still has zero say. She still has zero say.
Nah. She's got to make sure parents don't get that baby.
Yeah.
So Veronica comes home. Keith is there going through some mail. Veronica's like, man, I had a real shitty day. And Keith's like, it's about to get shittier. You've got jury duty. And Veronica's like, fuck, on the first day of Christmas vacation, fuck. Yeah. So then we got Veronica. She's automatically selected to be on a jury on a case. And I was like, bullshit. Veronica would never get selected to be a jury. She's too tied with all these fucking people.
Exactly. It's no way. I was like, she could get out of this so easily because they'd be like, hey, you're involved in the the Aaron Echols case. You are related to the Logan case that's currently happening.
Her dad was a former sheriff. Now he's a private investigator. She probably knows all the lawyers and judges. Like, she would get out of jury duty so fast.
Yeah, Keith could get her out.
She's racist. I mean, it's so...
Yeah.
But she's already been selected to be on a jury for a case. And they want Veronica to be the foreman of the jury, to give her a lesson on civics.
The CEO guy that's in this jury room is just like, hey, why don't you do it? And it's like, why would you pick her? Why would you pick the high school girl?
I have no idea. Doesn't even look like she belongs there. Like, everybody else is like in their 40s.
Yeah, you don't, that's not how it would work. And he just like takes over and everyone's just like, all right, sure. Let her be in it. She's like, I guess I am the main character.
I mean, everybody votes for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on a jury. Like, the foreman vote isn't like a long process at all, but Yeah, I feel like it doesn't really even matter. You just say you are the person. You are the person that reads the verdict in the thing, and See, I've never been selected to be on a jury because I'm always like, no, I can't. I honestly don't want you to be on a jury. What? You don't think I'd be fair? You don't think I'd be fair? You don't think I'd be knitting and questioning? No, I think you'd be like, man, I should be dancing. I should be lifting. I should be lifting and dancing. Honestly, this is the reason why people take stuff to not go to trial, because a jury of your peers is like the worst thing ever, because it is like this. This is people like, oh man, why are we here? Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to find a babysitter. All the stuff that happens. This is what's going on while you are fighting for your life. While you're fighting for your life. Yeah. Yeah. There's guys there like, I'm missing my sports talk radio show. Fuck. It's like, I'm going to go to jail for years. You're going to miss like a week of talking about sports teams. That's okay. All right. I did it in Brooklyn, and it was such a cross section of all type of people. It was amazing. It was. Yeah, I remember going to the summons, and dude, like the average American, that you see in these places, God. It was just like there was like the Polish or like the people in Greenpoint, like type people. Then you had the Bronx person. Then you had it was just like everybody. It was like a mixture of everyone, like young, older. Yeah. That melting pot. Classic melting pot. It felt very, it was like the most Brooklyn, New York thing. I was like, this is interesting. Well, speaking of wanting to be lifting, we now have a scene of Sheriff Lamb lifting. So he's putting up some pretty decent weight. He's benching like 185 or 205. Yeah, those aren't real weights at all. Yeah, well, we know that. Because I love how he's like, can I get a spot? Pinned. Can I get a spot? He's pinned. Yeah, asking Keith for a spot. He's pinned by this weight, and then he just like very easily lifts it up. Yeah, Keith does the worst spotting ever. He's like, Keith, can I get a spot? He's like, what? And he lifts it fully up, and Keith touches the bar. Yeah. Yeah. Keith just needs to lift it like an extra inch so he can get it back onto the rack. Yeah. But Sheriff Lamb is bragging about all the new security measures in the sheriff departments. Everything is magnetized. They change the code every day, yada, yada, yada. Sheriff Lamb takes off his shirt and he's flexing in a mirror and stuff. He's why is he? I was like, why is he giving in? Like, he seemed very helpful too. He seems like really like he's chatting with Keith like they're buds. I'm like, this is not him. And why would you start? Why is this interview happening while you're lifting? Yeah. Because he's a busy man. It's the only time he had. Only time he had in the middle of a set. Yeah. Gotta pop off that shirt, though. Start doing some curls for the girls in the mirror. Yeah, he went straight from his last set of bench to his first set of curls. Yeah. All right. Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right. They're not competing muscle groups. They're not. That's a good superset. No, it is. But I'm just saying. But why is Keith in there interviewing him during this time period?
Well, I also like Keith is like, I need access to everything. I need access to your staff, email records, browser history. And Lamb's like, yeah, sure. You got it, man. Yeah, it's all yours, Keith. I was like, what's happening?
I think part of my issue is Lamb does not seem concerned that the tapes are gone.
No. This is a big case. He's got to get jacked, dude.
All right, man.
That's chief concern number one.
Yeah.
So we go back to the jury, and Veronica, hey, let's review all the facts of this case again.
This is my favorite scene because everyone knows the facts because everyone gets a line talking about it.
Yep. And they're passing along pictures of all this stuff that's happened.
They were like, we're not going to show the court trial at all. We're going to just have these characters explain it to themselves.
Didn't we already say that the budget was smaller for this one? We can't afford that. So yeah, it's these two 09ers. They got charged with aggravated assault. They got aggressive. One of the stories is that they got aggressive and they wanted to have sex with this lady, and the lady fought back, and then the boys ran off. And the girl like threw a gun over the railing, but the gun was never found. But the defendants, the two boys, say that she's a hooker, and she wanted to do a 3-way for $80, and then her pimp showed up and shot the gun into the air and kicked the two guys out. The girl in the past was convicted of forgery and armed liquor store robbery type stuff, and the defendants don't have any criminal record, and they have no guns registered to their name.
Yeah, the beginning is that the first take is that they pulled the gun on her, and that's why they met her on a bus. They went back to the room. They smoked some weed that the kids had, and then they wanted to have sex with her. She wasn't into it. She wanted to leave. Then they pulled a gun on her and tried to, and then beat her up. And then the guy came and gunshots fired, and they ran off or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a credible witness who is this woman's pimp, apparently. His story matches the boys' version of the story, and they all vote to see, like, hey, this seems pretty cut and dry. Let's all vote. And 11 people think that the boys are innocent, and one lady who is knitting thinks that the boys are guilty. And people are like, oh, damn it. I thought we were getting out of here and enjoying Christmas, this fucking bitch.
Yeah, this Hispanic woman who is, I can't believe, well, we'll talk at the end, but like this Hispanic woman is like on it. She's paying attention. And I should mention that we have a couple actors in this room. Little IMDb.
There's at least 12.
The black woman sitting to the right of the CEO is Barksdale's mom from The Wire. She's also in the show Snowfall. And the guy in the baseball cap who was the sports writer or whatever is the actor that played Todd on Scrubs. And they are currently rebooting Scrubs, which I've heard. So, because they're doing it with everything. It's just, that's just what's happening. But yeah, I was like looking at this guy and I was like, he looks so familiar. And it hit me that he's
one
Todd
of those character
from
actors.
Scrubs. Yeah.
So then we go to Keith. He's with Deputy Sachs. And they're talking about the new magnetic keys and stuff. And Keith is like, yo, you really are on message, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Sheriff Lamb's got you trained good. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? What? But it seems like Keith doesn't buy Sachs's story about nobody can get into this fortress of security.
Yeah, new key cards, magnetic key cards. He mentions Inga. I think we see Inga in this episode,
we
too.
We do see Inga.
Yeah.
Hello there, Keith.
Oh, no. And we're canceled for that one.
What, for a very inaccurate? She's white. It's fine. You can do white impressions as a white person. Hello there, Mr. Keith.
Oh, God. Inga is a very interesting character that they kind of introduced in the show, and then I figured she doesn't work there anymore, but then she's still there, and they kind of reference her, and then she just shows up.
Yeah, I thought she was gone.
Yeah.
I think on the podcast, I was like, whatever happened to Inga? I thought
Inga's around.
She's still around. We go back to the jury, though, and everyone's annoyed to be there. And they're like, whoever voted that these kids are guilty, will you reveal yourself? And it's a older Latina lady who's been like knitting and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the CEO, rich white guy, is like, let me ask you this. Is the racial stuff affecting your vote? And she goes, let me ask you the same question, motherfucker. And he's like, ooh, got me.
I loved that she raised her hand and that it wasn't Veronica that was the holdout. One, I love that choice.
Yeah.
Two, I was thinking, this is the problem with juries. If there's one holdout, now it becomes this peer pressure thing. This like, it's not really about right or wrong. Now it's about the peer pressure. And but she's on
CEO guy, he's like, can I ask you, like, if it's not racist stuff, racial stuff, what reason do you have that you think that these boys are guilty? And she's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for a girl to go be a hoe after working at a car wash all day. Does anybody else think that's a little weird or whatever? And then everybody else was like,
she's like, a hoe, because they think this girl's a prostitute that's like turning a trick on them, right?
Yeah.
And like, which is crazy for like whatever that cost was going to be. But she's like, a hoe that works her ass off at a car wash all day before hitting the streets? I've never seen that. And she just has this look of
and she just goes back to knitting her stuff.
And then you see Veronica and the rest of the crowd like, good point.
Okay. So she would have to be working very hard.
Yeah. I have never seen a hard-working day job having hooker. The way she delivered that line was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And I just love the reactions of everyone. Like, as soon as she says that, and then she just kind of like drops the mic, everybody like starts looking around like, oh, I didn't think about this. So then we go to Keith interviewing Leo, who I thought we were never going to see again, and now we probably won't.
I saw his name in the beginning.
Same.
Yeah.
Keith is like, so Leo, what's up with this case? Why are the things missing? And Leo's like, can I be honest with you, Keith Mars? I'll be real with you, Mr. Mars. They're talking about the security stuff. The security stuff's a joke. Lamb's story's BS. The sex tapes, they'd be worth a lot of money on the open market. That's all I'm gonna say. And then Keith's like, all right. I kind of figured that Lamb was full of shit, but I never really thought about like how much the sex tapes would be worth on the open market. And Leo's like, let that linger in your mind for a little bit anyway.
Yeah, just linger. Just let your mind think about how these underage tapes, these underage sex tapes.
Well, Lily was older.
Oh, she was. Was she 18 though?
Probably.
When that happened, I think she would have been 18 the first. I don't think she's that. I think she still would have been 17 the first season because Veronica's 18 now, right? Or did she turn 18 last season?
I think she turned 18 last season.
Okay, so. Yeah, I guess Lily could be 18. All right. Fine.
Whatever.
Fine. It's gross anyway. It's still gross that someone...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Leo, as he's leaving, he's like, hey, Keith, if you wouldn't mind, give my best to your daughter for me. Keith is like, I do kind of mind, but I'll still do it anyway.
It's a real awkward moment.
Yeah. Yep. So Keith then calls his journalist buddy Lloyd, and he's like, hey, the Aaron Echols, Lilly Kane sex tapes have been stolen. Can you put your ear to the ground? Let me know if you hear anything about somebody trying to sell them. He's like, they wouldn't try to sell them to me. They'd probably sell them to the tabloids. And Keith was like, and you don't know anybody at the tabloids? And Lloyd's like, I do. Oh, I'll keep my eyes peeled and ears open. And Keith's like, all right, thanks. And then Lloyd's like, and if you don't mind, give your best to Veronica for me. And Keith's like, why is everybody doing this?
That'd be awesome. That'd be so funny.
Inga, give your best to Veronica for me.
Oh my God.
Oh man. So then Veronica, she's at work at Jabba the Hutt, and who shows up? I love this interaction she has.
Yeah.
Because this guy's name is Thumper.
This is a guy we've met before.
Yeah. But Veronica's like, oh, what's your name? Is it like Ding Dong or Ting Tong or something? She's like, comes up. She's like, I know that you got some kind of weird ass name. And he's like, it's Thumper. Like, that's not as ridiculous as all the shit that she just said.
Yeah.
But he's like, so I heard that you're on jury for that trial. Are you really going to let two white boys walk for beating up a Latina lady from our hood? Now that you're all cozied up to the 09ers again, you're dating Duncan Kane. You're not one of us. And Veronica's like, I don't know. I just have to look at all the facts of the case. And he's like, yeah, you better fucking look at all the facts of the case. He's like in her face, like threatening her.
This is jury tampering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, I will be honest. At this point in the episode, I didn't know the woman on trial was Hispanic. Like I even with the stuff that was happening in the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, now it all was adding up. But because I didn't even know that the boys were 09er. It's the beginning when they laid it all out. It was just so much information.
Looking at the pictures. Yeah.
And it took me a minute with the two, like the boyfriend and the pimp picture. I had to go back and like watch it, be like, are they the same person? Because it's like happened so quick.
Oh, racism. You can't tell black people apart, Vance?
They were wearing different clothes, but they had like the same exact head shape.
Yeah.
It was like such
plays into the case.
Yeah, exactly. So they're doing it on purpose. So I was like, wait, so what's happening? Because I was like, what are they trying to mix? It was like that game where you shuffle the 3 cups. And I was like, wait, they're trying to do something here. And I was like, I got to go back.
Well, I remember seeing the pictures of the two 09er boys on trial, and they were like dressed up like Malibu's Most Wanted looking type.
Okay.
Like it was like real weird. I remember seeing the picture of the lady, but it just didn't click in my head that she was Latina or whatever, that she would be connected to Weevil's gang or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, but like when that guy was like, is it a racial implication to it? I was like, honestly, I was like, I don't even know what they're fighting. Like what they're arguing.
Yeah.
I like figured it out backwards as the story went on. But when they dumped that information on us in the beginning, it was a lot to keep track of. But it all made sense as it went forward, but it was so much information.
Yeah, and I mean, if Veronica really wanted to get out of jury duty, she could show up to the judge the next day and be like, I'm getting threatened by people because of this case.
That would be a mistrial. It would be done, but it'd be a mistrial and they would have to like start over.
Well. But then Veronica, she's at jury duty again, and they're watching the motel security camera. And the Latina lady, she doubts this story more. She's like, so you're telling me, let's look at this camera. The guy shot the gun and then stuck around for 12 minutes after shooting the gun? Hung out in the hotel room for 12 minutes? I don't know anybody that would do that. And everybody's like,
I love that it wasn't Veronica just dumping this information out, being a great detective.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, she better hire this lady.
I was going to say, Keith's got to hire this lady.
Like, I was like, she needs to be part of the team. She's got some intuition. She can see stuff.
Yeah. So Keith is now meeting with Logan at the sheriff's office. And Keith is like, hey, I don't know if you know about this, but the sex tapes of your dad and Lilly Kane have been stolen. And you know anything about that? And Logan's like, are you accusing me? Are you accusing me? And then Inga comes in and she's like, hey, Mr. Mars, you have a telephone call, Mr. Mars.
Why did she become like Apu from...
that sounded
more... Okay. That sounded more like a really bad Indian accent.
Mr. Mars.
Oh, God.
Telephone call from Lloyd.
Poor
so
Inga.
Keith goes to talk to Lloyd Lloyd says, hey, the tabloids have been contacted about the sex tapes. They're worth $500,000. The bids are coming in fast.
Wouldn't that just be, if he bought it, wouldn't it be illegal to buy it because it's stolen evidence? It's not like it's just some random tape that just like got recorded, but this is like evidence in a case that was stolen from a police. Yeah,
I don't know.
And also, Keith thinks it's an inside job. Why bring Logan?
Yeah.
And why tell Logan that this is happening? Why even let this information out?
Oh, because Deputy Sachs has got to go into the room while Keith is not in the room and drop a binder in there that Logan gets to rifle through.
Sachs is maybe one of the worst cops I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, dude, he is Officer Doofy to the max.
I really wanted to like this guy for the series. I was like, all right, he's just, whatever, regular cop guy, not like malicious really from what we've seen. Yeah. This is egregiously bad cop work that he does. He walks into a room, doesn't notice the guy on the couch, or he doesn't care. But guess what? Don't need to walk in there to hand someone something that's not in the room. The police station is not that big. Nope. You definitely...
Keith is literally like just outside on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he drops the binder on his desk and Logan goes through it. Keith comes back in, doesn't notice Logan rifling through this binder.
Mm-hmm.
And Logan's all pissed at Keith for asking him about the sex tapes. Doesn't bring up the binder. Keith doesn't notice the binder, it seems like. And then Logan's like, dude, I didn't have anything to do with the sex tapes, dude. And he gets up to leave. And Keith is like, hey, it's not dude. It's Mr. Mars. I was like, no.
Yeah. And this is such a key line for later. Like, it's so heavy-handed for this. But when it happened, I was like, you should have started with this. Just personal.
Do you remember in Baltimore a long time ago, there was that viral video of the cop and the skateboarder? And the skateboarder was like skateboarding, the cop like tackled him, and the kid was just like, dude, what are you doing? The cop's like, I'm taking your skateboard. You can't skateboard here. He's like, dude, that's my skateboard. And the cop was like, don't call me dude. I'm not a dude. A dude is someone that works on a ranch.
I don't remember that. No.
You don't remember? Dude.
Of all the Baltimore cop interactions, that's probably not the one that locked into my memory.
I mean, there have been several since. But that one sent waves through the skateboarding community.
Yeah. Guess what community I'm not a part of?
What? You weren't a skater, boy? You didn't say see you later, boy?
I don't know what happened to the skateboard that I had that I never skated.
Skateboarding's fucking rad, dude. I still, that's my whole Facebook Reels algorithm. Just skateboarding shit.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, I played some Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you did. Great soundtrack.
I got it. I was more into the snowboarding video game though. The SSX
Really?
Tricky. Yeah.
Snowboarding.
The SSX Tricky was real fun. Yeah.
I never got the snowboard. I had Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. I had Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk 2 and 3 and 4. Man, that game introduced me to so much. Changed my life. Tony Hawk, if you're listening, thank you. Activision, if you're listening, thank you. Anyway, we're back at jury duty. The Latina lady, she's like, let's all vote again. And if no one has come over to my side, if I haven't introduced reasonable doubt to anyone, I'll change my vote. Fair?
Very, very reasonable. Very not trying to hold it up, but just saying, hey, I'm going to lay out what I think. But if that hasn't swayed anybody, I like it. I like her. I like her a lot.
This lady fucking rocks.
The fact that she's not hired. I know she might just have her own life. She doesn't need to solve crimes, but they need her to be something.
I wish that we got her name, but I'm looking at Wikipedia and it literally just says a poor Hispanic woman.
What says that she's poor?
I don't know.
There's nothing, but just because she's Hispanic, she's poor. There's nothing that states that she's
I'm
poor.
looking at the
I know.
Wikipedia. It says that she's a poor Hispanic woman. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought she was just knitting.
If only she was wearing a suit like the CEO is, who's got business meetings to go to.
I've got real estate fraud to commit.
Yes.
I have a meeting with Kendall Casablancas of Phoenix Rising Enterprises or whatever.
Yeah, I'm doing business deals with a 16-year-old beaver.
This isn't going to blow up in my face at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, if nobody has come over to my side, I'll change my vote. We'll get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So they vote again, and 2 more people want further deliberation. One of the 2 is Veronica. It's Veronica and then a mustachioed guy. And as soon as they all vote, the white CEO guy, he's like, God damn it.
Here's the thing about it being Christmas break, too. When I did jury duty, here's the thing about the court. The courts are slow. They don't work on weekends. And the days are not long. The days are not long at all. I remember once we came in on a Friday, they showed one piece of evidence. And then they were like, all right, we'll re-adjourn on Monday. And I was younger then. I was like in my 20s. But like I'm with a bunch of older people, like 50s, 30s, some people. The look of our faces, if you looked around the juror box, of people being like, oh my God, school ended early. Like everyone had that look of like, oh my God, so that's it? That's it? And we all like left, and it was like Friday and the weather was great in New York. It was the weirdest vibe ever. you could just see the energy while the judge is like wrapping some stuff up, and we're all just like, all right, come on. We're getting out. We're getting out early.
No, and then like every day that you had to go to jury duty after that, you're like, I wonder if we're going to get out early after this. It just kind of ruined it for you.
Dude, it's such a weird thing, man. It's not a perfect system.
So Keith comes home. It's apparently Christmas or Christmas Eve. I think it's Christmas Eve.
See, here's the thing. Also, these court cases would not be happening during. I don't think it can't be Christmas Eve.
I mean,
she mentions we can't open it until Christmas.
She's like, we can't open it until Christmas morning, and he's like, I can give you a sneak peek.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that today is Christmas Eve.
And why is she cooking him game hens?
Oh no, I guess
dressed up like an elf.
I guess it would be because it ends on like New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is they would not have this trial during Christmas. Courts would be down. The judges don't go to it. Lawyers don't go to it. It's no way you're having a court case. Government does not work like that. They take half-day Fridays.
Yeah, they get summer Fridays.
We definitely had a summer Friday.
But yeah, Veronica cooks him a meal. They eat. Keith's like, I'll give you a sneak preview, early peek at your Christmas present. They go into Veronica's room, and he's got her laptop. She's got a bow on the laptop, and she's like, this is the same laptop that I already had. Keith's like, no. I talked to your friend Mac, and Mac hooked it up. You got like this supercharged mega laptop. And Veronica's like, thanks, Dad. He's like, yeah, why don't you turn it on, open it up, see what's on there. And he slinks out the door, and it opens to a key piece of evidence about her jury case. And she's like, does everybody fucking know that I'm working on this trial?
I'm going to get a little nitpick. Whatever, we always get nitpicky. A nitpick I have. They cut to him having finished eating, right? Did he walk in, go to her room, set this up? Because she's putting the food out like right when they get there.
Mm-hmm.
When did he set up the computer?
You know what, Vance? You're absolutely right.
like she was in the house before he was.
Yeah. I think this show's a bunch of bullshit.
I also don't like that he was giving her information on the case.
Yeah, that seems unethical.
Like, I'm fine for the right person for them to come to the right conclusion of the case, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like he's got his hands full with another case.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know what they're talking about in the deliberation of this case. Yet he's giving her information that is like the next step in the case.
Yeah.
Because they could have literally voted that day before she came home to end the case.
Yeah.
So how does he like know to, like, wouldn't you be like, hey, I got some information I need to tell you so that you can take this to the room? Instead, he's like, I'll be coy.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't know. This is, I just don't think they needed this.
Yeah. But the information that he gives her is like news stories about the person that is allegedly this lady's pimp. He was a San Diego State football player, and he like fucked up his knee and he couldn't go to the NFL, or he got drafted by the Bengals or something and he couldn't play in the NFL because he fucked up his knee.
Either you become a pimp or you become a linebacker. That's how it works. Yeah.
He was a cornerback. He was a cornerback. Okay.
I was not paying attention that much.
I was. So Veronica brings this up. She's like, the pimp. Does anybody know anything about this guy's name? Is Cornell Miles. Apparently he played sports, and the sports guy, he's like, oh yeah, I remember Cornell Miles. He was a cornerback at San Diego State. He fucked up his knee and he was never able to make it to the league because of it. And then the Latina lady hears this and she's like, interesting. How could a guy with no cartilage in his leg jump over a wall, which is something that was introduced earlier?
Yeah, because we see the security footage and the guy jumps over the wall and the sports guy goes, boy's got some serious ups, and everyone groans.
Yeah, well, like the black lady looks like, like stop.
But here's my thing. I don't like that Keith introduces this because we have a sports guy on the jury. He could have heard that name. Like, what's that name again? Oh yeah, he was like, he could have rattled off some dumb stats and he got in trouble a bunch, but he fucked up his knee. And then Veronica could be like, wait, he fucked up his knee? And then the Hispanic lady could be like, oh, it's kind of hard to jump if you fuck up your knee. And they could all stumble onto that in the room, as opposed to Keith giving outside information to Veronica. And like, that guy's not even on trial.
I mean, they could have even at least had the sports guy.
Yeah,
when they bring up the pimp, be like, that name sounds familiar. That's all he could have been like, that name sounds familiar for some reason.
That's what I mean. It's just like they already have the setup here. We don't need a new computer. Keith chimes in with it because he shouldn't know this part of the trial.
Yeah, but that introduces more doubt to the jury room.
I give my daughter Smarty Pants vitamins to support her brain health, so her science fair project sounds more like and less like. And while I may say it's not a competition, of course it is. Choose Smarty Pants vitamins to support your kid's brain health. Shop on Amazon, smartypantsvitamins.com, or at Target today. Brain health support from Key Nutrients. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Keith is back at the sheriff's department. And he's pissed because I still haven't gotten this list of all the department's emails. And Sachs is like, what are you talking about? I put it in the binder that I gave you. And Keith's like, I don't have it. I'm looking at the binder right now. It's not there. And Sachs is like, oh, I don't know what to tell you.
This is where I started calling Sachs a lazy ass, dude. He goes, I put it in the binder, and then just walks away.
Yeah.
Print out another copy, guy.
Yep.
I'm sure you didn't handwrite this list and interview everybody. Just print out another copy. And Keith just lets him walk away.
Yep.
I don't know. I put it in the binder.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, dude.
I'd be like, you know what, Sachs? I think you stole the tapes.
Why don't you sit back down here again, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's the weirdest. Yeah, man.
So we go back to the jury room. They're still arguing about the cornerback dude. The Hispanic lady, she brings up, why would a pimp come in and save two white guys? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then Veronica's like, you know what? I have a theory. Veronica's like, I think the gun belongs to, I think her name is Anissa?
Yeah, Anissa or something, yeah.
And they're like, what do you think? Why would the gun belong to Anissa? Why wouldn't she just say that? And it's like, because she had previous armed robbery things, she can't get a gun, so it's an unregistered gun that belongs to her. The boys attacked her, she pulled out the gun, and then she had to ditch the gun because if she was found with the gun, she'd definitely go to jail. And then she had her friend, Anquan Simmons, show up to actually, like...
Her boyfriend, to take the gun.
Oh, her boyfriend. Yeah. Okay. And Veronica's like, that's what I think might have happened. And then the rich white guy is just like, yeah. And everyone's like, I mean, that's a pretty credible theory. I don't know. Maybe there's a bit more to this case than we thought.
Yeah, I love that the Hispanic woman has been putting everything together, but then Veronica gets to do this part because main character, she's got to do it. But it makes sense. Because, I mean, the U.S. is a country where we're like, yeah, we like have guns, but not if you're black or brown. There's a lot of black and brown people in jail for gun charges, which is always the irony of this whole thing.
Yep. So we go back to Keith at the sheriff department, and he's talking to Inga, and she's like, hey, we got an email that's offering $50,000 for the sex tapes, or offering to sell the sex tapes or something. And Keith is like, I need a copy of that email list. Will somebody fucking get me a copy of this email list? And then he looks over at the email and he's like, I'll email it back. And then it says, hey, this offer seems acceptable. Let's do business. And so then we go back to jury duty.
I'll talk about a little bit of a weird timing of what just happened of this now that I'm thinking about it in the flow of the show. But yeah. Go
back to jury duty, and now they're being like, well, I think that maybe Anquan Simmons was confused for Cornell Miles because, they do kind of look alike. They're both like bald black dudes. Maybe there was some like the motel manager got them confused. It was the middle of the night. Maybe couldn't see him so clearly.
I love the shot of the guy hopping over the fence.
Yeah. But then somebody knocks on the door, like the bailiff is like, hey, forewoman or whatever, foreman of the jury, you've been asked to go into the judge's office. And Veronica's like, all right, I'll head out. And before she heads out, the CEO guy, he stands up and he goes, why don't you pass this fucking message along to the judge? I will never vote for a conviction, no matter what. Let the judge know this jury is hung. I will never vote for these white guys being convicted, no matter what evidence gets presented.
These beautiful white angels will never.
And Veronica's like, cool, I'll let her know.
It's like, also, CEO guy, you could have been the foreman. You literally are the one that said Veronica should be it.
Yeah.
Like, you passed the buck immediately.
As you wanted to get a civics lesson. Wanted to give her a good old civics lesson.
Oh, yeah. People love civics lessons.
So then Keith, he gets an email. So after he emailed the, hey, will you accept your offer? Email says, sorry, dude. I already have the tapes. And Keith sees that and he goes, it's not dude. It's Mr. Mars.
And he puts on his sunglasses.
Yeah. Bam, bam. God, that show is fucking ridiculous.
I'm telling you, let's do that spinoff, Neptune Nights with Keith.
Yeah, dude, we need that. Goddamn David Caruso, CSI Miami. That guy is so fucking ugly.
Oh my God. Joe and his vanity.
Yep. Sorry, dude, I already have the tapes. What a giveaway.
Yeah, like you're emailing Inga. He thinks he's emailing Inga. And now it's just, yeah.
So Veronica returns from the judge's chambers and she goes, well, the judge says we're not going home until we reach a verdict. And everyone's like, oh. So we then go to a TV where the sex tapes of Aaron Echols and Lilly Kane are playing. And we spin the camera around the hotel room to see who's watching them. And it's Logan and he's crying like a little bitch.
You never seen your parents have sex with your girlfriend before, dude?
Right? Bro, grow up. You've never seen your daddy dong going in and out, your girl?
The footage that they have in the sex tape with the sheets. I love the shot of the sheets. Like, what?
Yep. Well, I love the fucking saccharine song that's playing. I was like, what is this music choice?
It's like he was filming himself having sex, but it's completely covered in blanket. Like, you know that you're filming this, Aaron, and you are underneath the sheets. Like,
no good angles.
Like, is he gonna watch that? What is the psychopath going to do with this tape?
I mean, one of them is just like a close-up of his face.
Yeah. Well, I understand that actor vanity.
Yeah.
It's like the Dennis Reynolds, all the shots.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you got that angle? But I was just like, what the fuck? Why, Logan? Just don't. Why? I know the curiosity, but just don't.
No, I would never want to watch those.
Don't watch. Don't.
I'm good.
Don't. It's nothing good that can come from this.
Yeah. It's not like even Logan is adopted. That's his pure dad's dick that he's watching.
Having sex with his ex-girlfriend who
the
is
love
dead.
Of his life.
But hey, if your dad didn't do this, maybe you don't find Veronica.
Not true.
If there's a scene where he
shotgunned.
If there's a later scene where he thanks his dad for bringing him and Veronica closer through the murder of his girlfriend, I'm walking away.
We're going to be done in the middle of season 3 of Veronica Mars. And no, we're not going to do the movies.
Wasn't there something in Dollhouse that I said I'd walk away if something happened?
Yeah, and I think it did happen.
It did happen too.
God, Dollhouse.
Yeah.
I already forgot that we did that show.
Check out Dollhouse on Patreon. It's a wild one.
Yeah, Patreon. It is a wild ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, Logan's watching these sex tapes and then he takes them out of the camcorder and he starts like magnetizing them and wiping them off or whatever. He's erasing the footage.
I love he burning the tape labels.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the deciding factor.
And then there's a knock at the door. And who is it? It's Keith Mars. Keith is like, bro, I know you got the tapes. And Logan's like, do I? And Keith is like, they're right on the table over there. And he's like, there's nothing on those tapes, Keith. Keith's like, you realize that this is like a serious, you could go to jail for this and you could do some serious time. And Logan's like, pff, 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 as if that isn't a thing that happens weekly for me. And Logan's like, I don't even need to see that. Like, I've seen the tapes now. I can testify against my dad. I know what's on the tapes. I just didn't want the tapes going public. I didn't want the public to see my dad having sex with the love of my life. Keith's like, look, I know why you did what you did. Well, you're protecting your dad. It's weird.
Well, he's not doing it to protect his dad.
Well, yeah. He says something about like, you're going a long way to protect your dad or something like that.
No, it's that this is probably, this helped his case. It helps his dad's case that the tapes don't exist.
There you go. That's what it is.
And I
honestly,
honestly,
that's when Logan says like, I could just testify. I've seen the tapes.
I honestly hate this scene. I hate this scene.
I hate
so much. I hate what Keith is doing. I hate how he's just like, all right, hey, I know you got the tapes and I know you destroyed the tapes and I know that this is going to hamper the case a little bit, but you know what? You have feelings, so sure. I'm like,
I saw a couple tears running down your face, so I'm going to go easy on you.
This is bullshit, dude. He just erased key evidence in a major trial.
Yeah.
That It's interesting that the book has come out already.
Yeah.
And the trial I guess the trial is ongoing or hasn't started. I don't even know where they are at the trial point. But there's enough to put him away already. But the tapes don't prove that he killed her either. The tapes just prove that he had sex with her. That's really a thing. Yeah. I don't know. And he would have to go on stand and deny that or whatever. I don't know. But the fact that Logan is just going to buy these tapes for $50,000 and then just destroy the evidence, and Keith is just like, oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. I get it. I guess.
I know. I mean,
hold on. How'd you even get these tapes?
Yeah.
Logan's like, oh, I have my ways. And Keith's like,
and Keith's like, nobody has a heart in the police station. Oh, there's one cop with the heart. And I'm like, geez, man, this police station just full of idiots. And here's the thing I wanted to bring up that I mentioned before. So now I'll bring it up after this scene. After the next scene.
The timing?
Yeah, the timing. I don't understand why Logan sent an email to everybody at the police station.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So we go back to the jury room. Veronica's still at odds with the CEO guy, and he's like, I will never send two boys from good families to jail on the word of that Mexican whore. And everyone's like, geez, bro. Geez, say the quiet part out loud.
I swear there was more reaction to the sports guy saying, hey, that guy has ups. And there was more cringy reaction to that than this guy bursting out and saying the Mexican whore thing. I thought that we would get like 17 shots of people being like, what the fuck, dude? And
And then after he screams this, more people start changing their votes. And the white guy's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And he's like, you know what? Fine. Everybody's changing their votes. I'll change my vote. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll say he's innocent. But I know that these little angel babies, they're going to appeal and they're going to get off with a better jury because this jury sucks. And everyone's like, okay.
And this is why you just don't want to go to trial because, my God, you don't know what's in that room.
Yep.
You should really get like it should be 3 different rooms. It should be best 2 out of 3. Honestly, man, 12 people, just the random. Yeah. Like if that Hispanic woman's not in there.
I also love that like Veronica's like, yay, civics lesson.
Yeah, I was so mad. He was like all pissed at her. And I'm like, you're the one that's not the foreman.
Yeah. But so now everybody's leaving. The other jurors are thanking Veronica Mars for being the best jury duty person ever. Nobody's thanking that Latina lady.
Yeah, why are they not thanking her, who like was the first descendant of the first person to descend on her vote, like to be like, I'm not on board. Because if she's not on board, if she's not buying it, like they just make it's over. But now it's like, good job, foreman. Way to go to the judge. And the judge said, shut up, finish it.
Yeah.
So
everybody's filing out of the room except for the one black lady that was there. And she's like, Veronica, thank you so much. You were like such a good foreman of the jury. You really laid out this case really nicely. Better than the lawyers, actually. This is better than that Latina lady. I forget her name. We never actually learned it. But you would fit in really well at Hearst University in Neptune. And Veronica's like, oh, word? Yeah, I mean, I bet I would. And she's like, no, we're looking for minds like yours at Hearst University. Veronica's like, I'd love to go to Hearst University, but I want to get out of Neptune, number one. And number two, the tuition, woof, very pricey at Hearst. And this lady's like, well, they do offer a lot of grants and scholarships at Hearst, and you'd probably be in line for one of them. And Veronica's like, yeah, well, that'd be nice. And lady's like, I'll fight for you. I'll make sure, wink, wink, that you'll get these scholarships to the only college in town at Neptune.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is how we get to this point.
I wrote, here we go.
No.
My God. So she's going to get it because she handled jury foreman duties well, as opposed to solving a cold case or a falsely convicted case of the Lilly Kane murders. That should be enough to get you into any local college in Neptune.
Yep. But nah.
Yeah.
She's slumming it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Veronica then leaves. She's at a diner now, and she's heading out of the diner, and she sees that her car has been vandalized on the windshield with some graffiti that says, "Muchas gracias, bitch." And Veronica goes, "Well, I guess I'm not invited to Dick Casablancas' party anymore."
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, at first I was like, wait, why would Thumper write this? Because it was in Spanish.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, then she, without the voiceover, you're like, oh, Dick did it? But was Dick really?
Oh, Niners probably did it.
I wasn't. Yeah, it was.
She's between two worlds, Vance.
A couple things here. One, at first I thought Thumper did it and was just like, fuck you, and just did it. Because he was like thanking her, but just calling her a bitch anyway. Two, get the fuck out of Neptune. Do not go to Hearst College.
She's got to go to Hearst. She's going to get a scholarship.
Nothing good is going to happen in college. We've watched Buffy. College is bad. College is bad for these girls. Just get out of Neptune. Just get out of Neptune. Just go to a community college somewhere else. Just get out of this place. I don't care. You're not going to survive. You're not going to survive another year like this.
What horrors await college Veronica Mars at Hearst University?
I am terrified of this show. I'm terrified. I don't think Dick cares enough to write on her car, though, or the other old Niners. That's why I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we saw Thumper threaten, but we didn't see any 09ers threaten Veronica.
I mean, the King 09ers, like, as an ankle monitor, he's doing some of the worst crimes I've ever. These kids that like beat up this lady are gonna not go to jail for a year. They're probably gonna have like a couple months in like some probation. Like
they'll be fine.
Yeah,
you don't know how they feel about what was it? The Latina lady says something about it. They'll get 6 months tops.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going away forever.
Yeah. But yeah. So Veronica comes home, sees that Keith is looking at some tax reports, and Keith asks Veronica, "Hey, can you tell me a little something about Leo?" And then Veronica's like, "Yeah, sure." So then the next scene.
Yeah, this is so on the nose. Like, can you tell me about Leo and his family? It's like, could you not ask any other person?
Right.
And did you give Veronica Leo's best? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you?
So Keith goes back to the sheriff's department and he's questioning Leo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, Leo, why don't you tell me about your little sister?" And Leo's like, "My little sister, I don't know. She's the best. She's the best little sister in the whole wide world. I love my little sister. We play games and she always beats me. But she's got Down syndrome." I was like, "Bro, if she's beating you, she got that."
Leo's not the brightest detective. This police station, man.
Oh yeah, dude. But it's like, yeah, but she's got Down syndrome, and it's been tough. She's been going through it lately. It's been tough. Keith's like, "Is that why he stole the sex tapes?" And then Leo's like, "Gosh, dang it, he figured it out."
I thought you were really curious about my sister for some reason. Yeah. Out of the blue.
He sits down. He's got his head in his hands, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Keith. I had to do it. I had to do it with my sister. She's falling behind in school, and I needed the money. I needed to send her to private school, and I just needed to do it. And I didn't do it to get rich, though. I just needed to help my sister." And Keith's like, "Yeah, I mean, you could have got a lot more money for those tapes than what you got." And Leo's like, "I don't care. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm a humble man, just trying to help his sister." And
this is where he says he thought about giving him back. The idea of like releasing him to the public was like, it was too much. He felt dirty doing that. But then he saw Logan looking through the email list, and he realized, oh, if I sell it to him, he's just going to destroy him. So I just wanted the money. I didn't really want this to leak and become like a public thing. And this is where, thinking about it, I'm wondering why Logan sent an email. Because the timing of that email being sent would have had to be before. Like, he's got the list. But here, Leo says he saw Logan looking through the list.
Yeah.
And I guess he responded to the mass email. Because it seems like Leo saw him with the list. They like talked about it like there, like in the lobby. But if that was the case, Logan wouldn't have to send out a mass email to everyone in the police station. But whatever. Like it's one of those things. And this is so short-sighted by Leo that he would actually like decide, I'm going to risk my job and a person who tried to kill Veronica, who I want to give my best to. And who murdered another girl, and the trial is still ongoing. It's not even like the trial's over. This is like a year or two later, and now he can just make some money. Like this is a couple years, this leaks out. It doesn't have any like ramifications on the legal output, right? And he's doing this to get money, but risking his career and job, which is short-sighted because not having the police job. Just do some more band shows or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
But also, so when Leo steals evidence for Veronica, he's a good guy. But when he steals evidence for his sister, now he's in trouble.
You can't let it slide. Keith can't let it slide.
This next scene just makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Keith writing up a report talking about how Leo stole the sex tapes.
I thought he was going to bury it. I thought he was going to bury it somehow.
Me too. But he already said he can't let it slide.
Okay.
Keith's letting everything slide. He's letting Logan slide.
That is what I'm
Not
talking
Leo,
about.
Though.
But in this email that he writes, he mentions that Logan destroyed the tapes.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for a shot of Logan in handcuffs being taken into prison.
Nah, the only thing that you get to see is Leo turning in his gun and his badge.
That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Logan has to go to jail. It just doesn't make any sense. He paid for and destroyed vital evidence. He's also on like probation for
he's still
murder.
On trial for murdering Felix.
Yeah, he has an ankle monitor. Like we're worried about this lady in the court like has a gun charge just to get rid of the gun and have someone take that away so she doesn't get charged with that. This guy, Keith saw him erase the tapes. How is Logan not in trouble for this? It makes zero sense.
Because he's a fucking 09er. Everybody on the jury is going to be that rich white guy. He will never let Logan Echoll came from a good family where his dad's a murderer and he fucked his girl.
Yeah, like, what do we...
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if Keith doesn't find out about Logan, but he can't be like, yeah, Leo, you fucked up. You got to be better than this. But Logan, you're fine.
Yeah. If Leo would have cried, I think that Keith would have let him slide. He saw Logan crying. That's what did it. But Leo didn't cry.
Leo should have pulled out his gun, held Keith hostage, and then ran away. And then in this email, Keith says that a conviction is unlikely.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And he's talking about Aaron Echoll, it seems like. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait,
I think he's talking about Logan.
He's talking about Logan?
I think so.
Why would a conviction be unlikely for Logan? There's full evidence of... I think that they're trying to make this case with Aaron Echoll seem like it's less tangible because of the tapes not being there, which is weird because the tapes aren't the proof of the murder.
I mean, love that so much crime is going on at this police station, but no one's going to go to jail. Like, I don't think Leo's going to jail.
No, Leo's just got to turn in his badge and stuff. Yeah. And he's never going to be a cop again. So he lost his job that has a pension, that has a lot of like stuff. But at least he's got $50,000 to give to his sister.
Yeah.
That'll help nothing now because he just probably lost the job that pays that same amount. So straight up wash. Keith does not care. And I'm so pissed that Logan gets not in trouble for this. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Then Keith gets a phone call.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Why does Keith get this call?
Why does Keith get this phone call?
Makes no sense.
But I'll tell you what.
I don't even think he knows this person. I don't think he's ever.
I don't think so either. But he's shocked. Mm-hmm. And he appreciates getting the heads up.
And immediately when the main plot ends, the horror begins. Honestly, they're like, we wrapped it all up. Great.
So Veronica's hanging out in her room. Keith comes in. And I was like, what the fuck could this be? He comes in and he's like, Veronica, I got to tell you something. And Veronica's like, what, Dad? I'm in a good mood. We did a good thing today at jury duty. What? Nothing could ruin my day. Keith goes, Meg died. There was a blood clot that killed her. And Veronica's like, what? What about the baby? And Keith smiles and he's laughing. He's like, the baby's fine. The baby made it.
When did he know that she was pregnant? Does he even know who this girl is?
I also don't know why he's like, the baby made it. Yeah. Thank God, this baby that I just found out about.
But finally, the bus murder, you're the lone survivor. No one survived the bus crash now.
Yeah.
Besides the baby. This is insane.
Yeah.
And
now
they just
Veronica's like, fuck, I promised.
Her. I was like, this can't be how Meg goes out.
That's how Meg goes out. She had a blood clot. Had nothing to do with the bus crash.
Who called Keith to tell him this?
And why?
Yeah. Just, it's not the parents who called Keith.
Who did? I bet it's Amelia DeLongpre.
She's not around, buddy. This is...
Yeah, it makes no sense why
If anything, Meg's sister would find out and she would call Duncan and Duncan would call Veronica.
Yeah. No, but Keith got to find out.
Or we could just have Dick Casablancas, who's like locked in on the Meg status, be the one that tells it. But Keith getting a phone call makes no sense. And his delivery of like, yeah, your friend died, but the baby survived.
But the baby's fine. The baby made it. It's fine.
Now let's just put it in the bathroom during prom and everything will be fine.
Shit, that's not for months. It's put it in a winter formal. Yeah. Oh shit, that already happened because it's Christmas. Oh fuck. When's your next dance?
Yeah.
Spring fling? All right. Spring fling.
Meg wakes up from a coma just to be taken out like this.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Veronica cries in Keith's arms, though. Then that's New Year's Eve, and Veronica's sleeping on Keith's lap. And
they're watching. She's not sleeping. Yeah,
they're watching the ball drop, or what Dick Clark's rocking New Year's Eve or whatever. And Keith's like, I'm gonna go to bed. And Veronica's like, you're not even gonna watch the ball drop. And he's like, I've seen it fucking 40 times. It's fine. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
I did. And I do resonate with that at this point. Like, I usually don't have shit going on for New Year's.
New Year's was the one time, like, I enjoyed going to New Year's Eve parties, but I am not a go to parties because the event calls. Like, that's why I'm not a big St. Patrick's Day person. Because I'm like, I don't need an excuse to get drunk at a bar. Like, I don't. Yeah. And New Year's always felt like, it used to be like you had to find the perfect plan for New Year's. It was like such a weight to figure. Yeah, it was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We got to do something big. And it's like, yeah, I'm just going to be somewhere and midnight's going to hit. And it's fun. I've gone to some really great New Year's parties. I've had some good times.
Same.
And I'm a night owl, so I stay up late. So like staying up past midnight's never a problem for me.
I just, the pressure of New Year's and like we got to do something.
Yeah.
Like, I always hate it. And it was always amplified whenever I have a girlfriend. Because it's like, we got to do something. It's New Year's.
Yeah.
I love being single on New Year's and just like getting a pizza and then going to sleep at like fucking 11.
You old man.
Dude, the best New Year's I ever had, I went with my buddy and Tiff to Dave & Buster's. And we just played video games. It was the best.
What was Dave & Buster's like on New Year's?
So the one we went to, there was like some kind of Comic-Con also party going on. There was a bunch of cosplayers going on. It was sick. It was the best. And yeah, never recaptured that magic again. Now I'm getting pizza and going to sleep.
Chasing the magic of Dave and Buster's New Year's. Yeah. Hey, Dave and Buster's, if you want to sponsor this podcast, you got a fan.
I think last year I was thinking about, there's a place called Round One that's like bowling and an arcade.
What's that? There's that 2-Bit Circus place downtown that I've always been curious about.
Yeah, man. Now that's the kind of New Year's I fuck with. Just like we're having fun. We're at a arcade where people are having fun.
Wait, you don't want to go to a bottle service nightclub where
that ain't my scene. I've been there, done that, you know.
Yeah.
Too many scars.
I will say that I feel like I don't know how Keith and Veronica should celebrate the new year.
I don't know what this episode also was very much their like husband and wife relationship type stuff going on again.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. Who's your daddy?
Yeah. I also don't like that Keith walks away and we get a knock on the door and he doesn't go like, who is this?
No, yeah. So Keith goes to bed, knock on the door.
I also don't like that Veronica doesn't check before she opens doors anymore either.
I know. She just opens them. I thought it might be Thumper or something.
Yeah, I know we want the surprise of the door opening for the audience, but I need her just to peek. I just need.
Yes.
I worry about this girl.
Or at least a who is it?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Veronica is ending up tied to some stuff with a gun in her hand.
This could be Leo coming back. Did your dad give you my best?
Yeah. But she opens the door. It's nothing horrifying. It's Wallace. Wallace has returned.
Speak for yourself, Joe.
They hug, and then they're all cuddled up on the couch watching TV. And Veronica's like, this was a good New Year's.
Wallace, get in your car and drive away as fast as you can. Please. You are coming back at a bad time. There are turf wars. There are scandals. There's one less decent police officer in the town. Like, just get out of here.
Fitzpatrick's are coming after your girl, probably.
Just get out of it. Just get out of here, man. Please. Just
not to mention Tessa Thompson's popping pills probably all over the place.
Who knows? And I love that they have him come back and it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And his move is to just come back to see Veronica. And there's no
surprise.
Are we going to pick up next episode from this moment? It's like, hey, how was Chicago? What's the deal with your dad? Is your mom? Like, there's so much that you can't just cuddle up on the couch.
Nah, they got to cuddle up on the couch.
This cuddle up on the couch, though, felt a little more than friends.
Yeah, it felt a little intimate. Like, Wallace has got his arm around Veronica. Veronica's like snuggled up next to Wallace. Like, this felt like there's. I mean, if I'm Wallace, I'm like, oh shit, did something happen?
Like, I mean, I just drove back to Chicago and came here New Year's Eve.
Yeah, absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say.
Oh, I got your emails. You still with that Duncan King guy? You still with that Duncan King guy? Like, she's got to tell him about Meg and the baby. This is insane. Yeah. Drive away, man. Drive away.
She's got. I gotta make sure that this baby doesn't get into the hands of parents.
Oh yeah, Meg's parents, they keep her younger sister in the walls. Like, what? What? Did you know that Trina was a prom bathroom baby? Yeah. Oh, did you know that Logan just destroyed tapes that will exonerate his dad, probably for no reason? So Aaron Echols will just be on the streets again for some reason.
And he's got a vendetta against me. He does.
Oh yeah, and we still don't know who blew up the bus technically, but yeah.
Yeah.
My dad has a giant rat in the freezer, so he stole evidence too.
Yeah. How could Keith be? Maybe that's why he's letting Logan go, because he's like,
let Leo go. Leo shouldn't have stolen it.
You know what? Let everybody go. Yeah, free Aaron.
It's all or nothing, though. It's all or nothing. Like, Leo, you can't be like, you suck, but Logan, he's fine.
Yeah.
Because the tapes would have never gotten out to the public if Leo didn't take it. So I understand him being in trouble, but Logan destroyed the tapes. That is a problem. Logan had to keep the tapes and give them back to the police. Because, I don't know, man. Yeah. This show's terrifying. Killing Meg like that is a problem.
Well, the next episode is titled Donut Run. So that might be a good happy jaunt.
Yeah, right. Donut Run. I'm thinking of the movie Midnight Run, which is great.
What about Cannonball Run?
Cannonball Run, yeah. I don't think I've seen that.
Me neither,
yeah.
But I know it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Boys watching movies? Cannonball Run?
Probably not.
Right, Donut Run. I'm going to say Sheriff Lamb goes for a donut run. Keith follows him. There's some kind of...
He's off the carbs.
That's too much.
He's off the carbs. He's off the carbs still.
Oh, that's true.
He's on Atkins right now.
True. Okay, fair enough.
You could still make that prediction. You could watch it just open with him just pounding donuts.
Yeah, I'm going to say Keith follows him to Donut Run where he's doing some kind of illegal activity. Sheriff Lamb is doing illegal activity.
I got it. Keith, now that Wallace is back, Keith tries to make amends with Alicia.
Oh,
because Keith is a donut man. He
did bring donuts to the family.
Yeah.
And
that's going to be the whole plot.
Banging.
That's going to be a whole plot. Veronica has nothing to do, no case. It's just all right. Keith trying to get back with Alicia.
All donuts all the time. I like it. Well, that's a wrap for One Angry Veronica. Thanks for listening, everybody. Jump on our Discord. Let us know what you thought of the episode, what you think about Veronica Mars in general. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy, where we're wrapping up the Buffy motion comics today and a mysterious mystery show that will drop next time, and K-Pop Demon Hunters, that is coming out on Thursday. Let Me Be Your Idol, Golden, How It's Done, Free.
Takedown.
There it is, a takedown. Yeah, so check that out. Instagram at Boys Watching Buffy, TikTok at Boys Watching Buffy, boyswatchingbuffy@gmail.com, Amazon wishlist. And yeah, stay tuned next time for when we talk about Donut Run.
You mind giving my best to your daughter?
A little, but I'll do it.
Hey girl, this is a matching set emergency. Ugh, my favorite Lululemon leggings and Define jacket. You know the set you got me years ago? The one you've seen me wear at every yoga class? Well, I just got back from a weekend trip and had left my gym bag at the B&B. Girl, I need to replace this outfit. Could you send me the link to where you got it? I need it ASAP. I don't know what I'll do without it. Thanks, girl.
Looking for your newest go-tos? Shop Lululemon's best sellers now at Lululemon.com.
Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.